Welcome to this exploration of metacognition. We will delve into how our thinking about thinking is shaped by culture. Metacognition refers to our awareness and understanding of our own thought processes. It encompasses the ability to monitor, regulate, and evaluate one's learning. This capacity is a crucial element of effective learning and problem solving. It empowers individuals to become more strategic learners. While the fundamental principles of metacognition are universal, their application varies. All humans possess the capacity for self-reflection and cognitive regulation. However, the ways we approach these practices differ. These differences are significantly influenced by cultural contexts. How individuals and societies utilize metacognitive strategies is not uniform. This presentation will explore these fascinating cultural variations. Cultural differences in metacognition stem from various societal factors. These include the educational systems prevalent in a region. They also involve deeply ingrained societal values. Linguistic structures play a significant role in shaping thought processes. These elements collectively impact how individuals perceive their own cognition. They influence how they monitor and regulate their learning. These sources shape the very framework of metacognitive engagement. They determine which strategies are emphasized and how they are applied. Understanding these origins is key to appreciating diverse learning approaches. The interplay of these factors creates unique metacognitive landscapes. This diversity enriches our understanding of human learning. It also highlights the need for culturally sensitive educational practices. Cultural orientations profoundly affect learning approaches. Individualistic cultures, such as those in North America and Western Europe, emphasize self-reliance. They promote independent learning as a core value. In these contexts, metacognitive focus encourages self-assessment. Students are often prompted to set their own learning goals. They are also expected to monitor their progress independently. This approach fosters a strong sense of personal responsibility for learning outcomes. Individuals are seen as the primary agents of their own educational journey. Self-directed learning is highly valued. Conversely, collectivist cultures, common in East Asia, prioritize group learning. Collaboration and shared understanding are central to their educational philosophies. Learning is often a communal endeavor. Metacognitive practices in these cultures may involve seeking guidance from teachers. Students frequently consult peers for feedback and support. Elders also play a crucial role in knowledge transmission. The importance of shared understanding and collective problem solving is paramount. Feedback from the group is highly valued alongside individual reflection. Learning is viewed as a shared responsibility. This collective approach cultivates a different form of metacognitive engagement. It emphasizes harmony and mutual support in the learning process. Group success often takes precedence over individual achievement. Educational systems significantly shape metacognitive development. Rote learning traditions, for instance, emphasize memorization and recall. This method focuses on the acquisition of factual knowledge. While effective for foundational knowledge, it may hinder higher-order metacognitive skills. Critical thinking and analytical abilities might receive less explicit attention. Students may not be prompted to reflect on how they learn. This can lead to a focus on product over process in learning. The emphasis is on reproducing correct answers. Less attention is given to understanding the underlying cognitive strategies. In contrast, inquiry-based learning and problem-solving systems promote explicit metacognitive strategies. These systems encourage students to reflect deeply on their learning processes. They foster active engagement with knowledge construction. Students are encouraged to identify their strengths and weaknesses. They learn to adapt their strategies accordingly when facing new challenges. This approach cultivates flexible and resilient learners. Such systems empower students to become active managers of their own learning. They develop the ability to plan, monitor, and evaluate their cognitive efforts. This leads to more profound and lasting understanding. The design of an educational system thus directly influences the metacognitive tools students acquire. It determines whether they are merely consumers of information or active constructors of knowledge. Language plays a profound role in shaping metacognitive practices. The structure of a language can affect how individuals conceptualize and articulate thoughts. It influences how we reflect on our own cognition. For example, languages with explicit grammatical structures might facilitate clearer understanding of cognitive processes. They might offer specific vocabulary for describing mental states and strategies. This can make metacognition more accessible. Conversely, languages with more implicit grammatical structures might require a different approach to self-reflection. Learners might rely more on contextual cues or nonverbal communication. This can influence how metacognitive insights are expressed. The availability of specific terms for cognitive actions can also vary. Some languages might have rich vocabularies for different types of thinking. Others might use broader terms, requiring more nuanced explanation. This linguistic variation impacts how individuals internalize and externalize their metacognitive awareness. It shapes the tools they use to monitor and regulate their learning. Language is not just a communication tool, it is a cognitive framework. Cultural values profoundly influence how individuals perceive effort and failure. These perceptions directly impact metacognitive engagement. They shape how learners approach challenges and setbacks. In cultures valuing effort and perseverance, effort is highly regarded. Perseverance is seen as key to achieving success. This perspective fosters a proactive metacognitive approach. Individuals in these cultures are more likely to monitor their progress diligently. They are also more inclined to identify areas for improvement. They actively adjust their strategies to overcome challenges. Failure is often viewed as a learning opportunity, not a definitive end. This encourages resilience and continuous self-correction. It promotes a growth mindset essential for metacognitive development. However, in cultures viewing failure negatively, the impact on metacognition can be different. Failure may be perceived as a sign of inadequacy or a source of shame. This can lead to avoidance behaviors. Such a perception can result in reluctance to engage in self-assessment. Students might avoid seeking help to conceal their struggles. This hinders the development of effective metacognitive practices. The fear of failure can suppress experimentation and risk-taking in learning. It can prevent learners from openly reflecting on their mistakes. This ultimately limits their ability to adapt and improve their strategies. In summary, the underlying principles of metacognition are indeed universal. All humans possess the capacity to think about their thinking. This fundamental ability is a cornerstone of learning. However, cultural differences significantly influence how these practices are understood. They shape how metacognitive strategies are applied in various contexts. They also determine which practices are valued. These variations stem from diverse educational systems, societal values, and linguistic structures. They impact individual and collective learning approaches. They also shape perceptions of effort and failure. Understanding these cultural variations is crucial for educators. It is vital for researchers studying learning processes. It is also important for anyone promoting effective learning across diverse contexts. Recognizing these differences allows for more culturally sensitive pedagogical approaches. It fosters a deeper appreciation for the richness of human cognition. It ultimately enhances learning outcomes for all students.